my friend Debbie, and their family, they're out there on 4th of July, right?
Okay.
You got burgers, you got dogs, you got bratwurst, you got that shitty casserole that you don't want to mention it, but Teresa brought it. Everybody throws it away. Anywho, so
is it the type that like they're always like, oh, you should keep my leftovers?
Yeah.
And you're like,
yeah.
Oh, but don't you want to eat them? They're like, no, we have it all the time. Go ahead and take it home.
Yeah, exactly. And then one thing leads to another. Kids get a bunch of sparklers. They make a sparkler bomb, right? Then they put it in a pond. Little do they know the dog's about to go out there and swim.
Oh.
Yeah. It doesn't, though. It turns around. Sure, it blows up, kills a couple of turtles. But at the end of the event, Teresa got really mad. Debbie mentioned the casserole thing, that no one was eating it, because she called her a... Well, I won't say it here. It's too sensitive.
Was Debbie drunk?
Yeah. Not a lot. Okay, not drunk. Tipsy. A little tipsy.
Did you find anything at the end?
I found $5, I guess.
Hey, it's the And Then I Found $5 podcast. Welcome back, Tyler. It's been a long time.
Many moons.
Yeah, we haven't
It's
done
been
this
at least a couple fortnights.
Fortnite
Not
is
the game.
Fortnite is 2 weeks, so it's been almost 2 months, hasn't it? 6 weeks.
Yeah, three to four fortnights if I were.
3 to 4 fortnights.
If I were to
Fortnite
guess.
4.
Back for Fortnite.
Back for more Fortnite 4.
Not blood.
Back for not blood, because it's a kids game. Fortnite 4.
Yeah, Fortnite 4.
Fortnite 4. Please sponsor us, Fortnite.
Yep.
We'll make.
Please sponsor us, Back for Blood. Compete.
Yeah, the highest bidder will win.
Lowest bidder wins.
Really, any bidder wins.
Yeah.
And
Anybody above $0 wins.
And I said bitter, not bitter.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of sponsors, today's sponsor is brought to you by Lightly Sprained Ankles. Have you ever wanted an excuse to be a little bitch when you're climbing the stairs? Or complain about how it doesn't really hurt, but it hurts? Lightly Sprained Ankles are for you. They're not debilitating. They don't permanently harm you. But my God, can you whine about it? Tyler, do you have any personal experience with lightly sprained ankles?
Nope. Never heard of them.
You don't have any personal anecdotes about being a white man playing basketball that you would like to share, hypothetically?
I mean, other than that one guy who, every time he comes out, breaks something. Nope. Also, a really funny stereotype is the guy who's always hurt post pickup.
Is that really a stereotype?
I mean, if...
Is that you?
No, I generally am fine.
Except for this time.
Except for this time, yeah.
With your lightly sprained ankle.
Yep.
I told you it was going to be a little bit of a roast.
That's good. That is how it is. Every time you're like, this isn't bad, and then you take one wrong step, and you're like, am I dying?
Oh, it doesn't hurt anymore. Oh. It's like it's the kind of injury that really fucks with your head, because you're like, it doesn't actually hurt. I don't know why oh my God. Oh, it doesn't hurt it again.
Yeah, it's just certain angles and whatnot.
Yeah.
The real injury I hate to deal with is any sort of like tweaking your neck.
Oh,
those will like take you down, even though it's like, what happened? I just slept wrong.
When you're trying to drive too, and you're like, have to turn your entire torso to like look in your mirror.
Okay, you know what? Screw it. No blinker.
Trying to like get in your car, and you're like trying to keep yourself upright. And you're like lowering yourself in very slowly.
Yep.
And then you fall back into the bucket.
Yep.
And it hurts.
Yeah, and then it hurts a lot. Or worse, like some motorcycle like flies by one of the sides. You go, what was that?
Yeah,
oh,
jerk your head to look.
Oh.
Especially here in California, where people lane split on motorcycles.
Oh my gosh.
Scares the piss out of me every time. Especially because my car has really wide tires and hydraulic power steering, so it tram lines really bad. So I tend to wander in the lanes because that's how the car's just designed, basically.
Yeah.
And so then I'll be wandering in a motorcycle, and I'm like, oh.
I really hate it in prime time traffic. Not that the traffic here is actually that bad. It always is moving, but when they come up out of nowhere, it seems like, and you're just like, oh God, please don't run into me. Please don't run into me.
So I like motorcycles, obviously, but I don't have the stones to lane split. I don't think, not in California traffic.
No
Even
way.
even just in Northern California traffic, I can't imagine doing it in like L.A.
No flipping way, dude.
But it's legal here, so
It's terrifying.
yeah. Can you? I mean, all you need is one asshole person to flip their door open,
Yeah, like
and you're done.
someone who will remain nameless talking about door checking.
Yeah, because he hates it so much. Which, I mean, that's literally premeditated murder.
I mean, yeah, especially once you put it into words.
Yeah.
It's not even a, like, have you thought about it? I mean, no, but yes. I mean, if you ever thought about it slightly,
Yeah.
it's like, no, if you, like, literally told people, yeah, that's...
You're like, yeah, I've always wanted to open my door in front of a guy on a motorcycle.
Nailed
Like,
it.
my guy, that's murder.
Imagine leading every conversation like that where you're like, any of you ever thought about murder?
What if that was just how you opened every conversation? Have you ever thought about stabbing somebody?
It's like that meme of like, dude, I just sat down. You're really going to come at me with that?
Yeah, so what have you been up to, man? It's been a while.
A whole lot of nothing. Well, I say that. In-laws were in town, so that was a good time.
In-laws. Your wife graduated with her bachelor's degree,
It's true, yeah.
which is pretty awesome.
You got one of them bachelor's degrees now?
I just graduated with a bachelor's degree at 27, so just in time.
Things are looking up.
My career is finally going to go somewhere.
Eventually, guys, my career will go somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I think I only got mine at 25. And, like, barely. Like, I think I was... Actually, my degree's on the wall. When did I graduate? Oh my gosh, why is the date, like, impossible to read?
Stand by. Tyler is
Yeah.
standing up to look at his magnificently displayed degree he can't read. He graduated with a bachelor's and he can't read.
I'm not convinced I can read. I think I just memorized a lot of words.
So I was looking at my diploma, dude, that just came. The handwriting they use is almost impossible to read.
I found it. 13th of March.
2020?
Yeah, I'm good. 2020, yeah.
So you were 25.
Yeah, I was 25. Barely.
Because your birthday is when? April?
May.
May.
I won't say the date. That's private.
Yeah, because people might be able to dox you. Although I actually have your birthday. People really couldn't do much with your birthday.
I mean, Baskin Robbins has it. So what's worse that can happen?
Somebody else might get your.
Somebody else
Awards?
might get my free ice cream. I lied. I haven't told Baskin Robbins my birthday.
Have I been in a Baskin Robbins ever? Yes,
I have.
I've been in a Baskin Robbins.
I've never been at a place that there was enough of them where it was worth it.
The thing was, is we had a locally owned dairy called Reed's Dairy in Idaho Falls, where I grew
Hashtag
up.
sponsored by.
I fucking wish their stuff was so good, and their chocolate milk was incredible. So
Speaking
we had a
my
Baskin
language.
Robbins, but Baskin Robbins could not compare to the locally owned dairy. So you
Oh,
just never
yeah.
went there. I don't know how they stayed in business
Franchise.
other than 32 flavors. But
32 flavors.
Reed's Dairy had
I thought it was.
I don't know. I made that up. I think it's 32 flavors.
I thought that was like their
No, that's-
anniversary. Their
No,
year.
it's Tom and Jerry's has 32 flavors. No, they have to have more than that.
Stand by.
Somebody has 32 flavors of ice cream.
Jamie, I will pull that up. If I can find my mouse. What the hell?
Is it on?
Dear mouse.
Dear Mouse, I'm writing you on the 14th of August, late in the afternoon, as I reminisce about ice creams once eaten. It is my greatest desire that you should work. It would behoove you to do so. Oh, it's working now. He's typing. Wow, this is a great audio podcast. He's now using the arrow keys to search. Okay. 31 flavors.
31. God,
Get
what an
fucked.
amateur, dude.
Get fucked, Baskin Robbins. You couldn't even pull 32 flavors out of your ass.
What was the other place you were saying?
How many flavors does Tom and Jerry's have? Or Ben and Jerry's, whatever it is. One's a cartoon and one is ice cream.
I just realized. Oh, man. I almost wrote a flippant.
One's an ice cream, one's a cartoon. I don't know.
Ooh, 54.
Fuck, dude. Does
Dude,
that even...
Baskin
Does that...
Robbins can suck.
Does that count like all the vegan flavors and stuff too?
So that
non-dairy?
That was as of April 5th, 2018.
I'm just wondering because they have a bunch of like non-dairy and vegan and stuff ones. If that counts, but those aren't really ice cream, are they?
Is it a different flavor if it's a different type? I would argue no.
Well, but also, does it count? So here's my question.
Oh my gosh.
And I guess the vegans can chime in on this. Is vegan ice cream still ice cream? Because doesn't ice cream require dairy products to be ice cream? Isn't a non-dairy vegan ice cream like a frozen treat?
Wouldn't it be frozen yogurt?
No, because that's still dairy.
That's still... Well,
like, is vegan ice cream still ice cream?
Is sherbet vegan?
Sherbet's not ice cream.
These are the deep questions. Wait, one.
This is why we have a podcast, is to answer questions like this.
Yeah, to answer these useless questions.
Because, I mean, I really want to know, is vegan ice cream? And is sherbet ice cream? And also, what's the difference between sherbet, sorbet, and what's the other one? Sherbet. I have so many questions.
Oh my gosh. Is vegan ice cream dairy free? Isn't that like the name of the game?
Is my vegan ice cream vegan? I mean, that's a valid question if you're a vegan, right? Is your brand actually vegan?
Vegan ice cream isn't really ice cream.
Yeah.
It is a misnomer. The FDA defines ice cream as a frozen, pasteurized product made from dairy.
There we go.
That contains at least 10% milk fat.
So it's not. It's a frozen treat.
We're learning stuff today.
My question wasn't dumb. I mean, it's still a dumb question, but at least it had an answer.
Nailed it. It's sherbet ice cream. Sherbet falls between sorbet and ice cream. It is similar to ices, but includes dairy ingredients in small amounts, about 1 to 2%, but is distinctly different from ice cream in flavor, mouthfeel. Such a stupid word.
Also, didn't the definition
texture
for ice cream require 10%?
It did. So sherbet is not ice cream.
No. It is, however, a frozen dairy treat because it has dairy, right? So sherbet is not dairy, is not vegan.
Would vegans care about that 2%?
Yes, they absolutely would because that's not cruelty free.
Sherbet is invariably off limits to
worry,
vegans.
Don't worry, vegans. I got you. I'm here for you. I respect your stance. It's a fucking hard choice to make too because animal products are in everything.
It is a lot easier now than it was
now, but it's still really hard.
5 years ago.
I mean, even buying a car, you can't buy a car without animal products in it because animal products are used for everything. They use the oils and fats for stuff.
I mean, yeah,
there's almost always some little bit of leather. Like, there's so much that requires the animal products for.
I feel like if I was vegan, I am not. So maybe this is a moot point. When it comes to car, I would just be like, cloth seats. Obviously, what are you gonna like? I feel like it's impossible to like make that a completely vegan.
I'm neither vegan nor vegetarian. I could see myself being vegetarian someday.
Oh, I definitely couldn't.
I don't know. It would be very difficult for me, but I do agree with like the stance that animal farming is barbaric and immoral. The way it's done.
You don't like factory chickens?
Factory farming is just absurdly, unnecessarily cruel and evil.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly.
And then factory farming is like one of the largest contributors to global climate change. It's like 25% or something like that. Carbon emissions come from factory farming.
That's an interesting point, but if you're put in a garage with a running car and a cow... Which one's gonna kill you?
Dude, you gotta explain for the audience that
you know what I just worried about? Have we explained this in previous podcasts?
Who cares?
I would love if it actually had been in the last one, but it's been 2 months. That'd be hilarious.
I think we've talked about it because we really haven't. This might be the first time we've really gotten political. We've really strayed away from that.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah. Anywho, the claim that was on some meme or post or I don't know, the internet. It was like,
internet.
Hey, cows create more, greenhouse gases than cars because of methane versus CO2 quantity, yada yada yada. And somebody responded of, "Oh yeah, well, if a car was running in your garage, you would, or the question I posed, well, if you put a cow in a garage and a car running, which one would kill you?
Mr. Professor, I have a question.
I guess. Yeah, what's your question?
Is the cow's motor running or not?
Yes.
Thank you, that is all.
But yeah, apparently that post did not realize the difference between CO2 or carbon monoxide or methane. Also, I don't think the point was that a single car and a single cow.
Yeah.
It's the fact that there's a ton of cows.
Well,
Yeah.
the other thing that like you have to factor in is the just the environmental damage, ecosystem damage that factory farming does too, because there's so much other pollution and destructiveness that comes about from factory farming.
No nuance allowed here.
Yeah. I
None
mean,
of that.
farming is literally killing our oceans and our water sources and stuff because all the nitrogen from fertilizer. And that's what causes those algae blooms, because those algae feed off a heavy nitrogen content.
Ooh.
Yeah,
gross.
that's what causes all that destroys all the lakes and stuff.
Gross.
Just from runoff from farms. Or not all of it, but a large part of it comes from farming.
Gross.
Yeah, we're destroying where we live very quickly. But climate
for
change.
some reason I thought you were talking like where we live like currently, and I was like, I don't farm. Like that's like went through my head. I was like,
Stop spreading your fertilizer all over the place.
wait a minute. I mean, I used to live on a ranch, but I don't anymore. I don't think we even used fertilizer.
I don't think open range ranching is as bad though.
No, I mean,
Because when you're talking about
be.
like factory farming stuff, it's really the big killers are the feedlots and stuff, where it's just concentrated death
Yeah.
and methane.
I was gonna say like range whatever is like literally how it was. There was just herds of animals that wandered around.
I mean there were like mega sized herds of bison and stuff.
Oh yeah. Thanks early Manifest Destiny dudes that shot them from trains and stuff.
Yeah, imperialism really fucked the world. What's yours is mine, because I have the strength to take it.
America.
Manifest destiny.
America.
Thanks, settlers
Settlers.
of Catan.
Oh, that weird hexagon game.
Yeah. I think we played it when we were kids. I don't think I played now, but
I didn't play it until I was an adult. I had no idea what it was. Like literally no idea.
I don't remember it very well because we were pretty young when we got it. I think it was a little too complicated for us when we got it too, because if I remember right, we kind of
It's one of those
abandoned a lot of the rules.
Yeah, it's one of those not hard to like take a turn, but it's hard to do well. It's like how chess is not hard to play.
Until it's incredibly hard to play.
Yeah, like like if two dumb kids play it, it's not hard because they know these six pieces can do these six things.
Problem with two
but they
dumb
don't
kids
know how to
playing
put
it
them
is
together.
it never ends.
Yeah, because they can't.
Because then you end up with just one king running around the board, and somebody's like knight and their king.
Yeah,
trying to chase it
it's
down.
true. It's true, and they don't know how to corner them. Like they don't know the
and then
strategy
they
of
refuse to
cornering 'em.
like concede because there's no way to win, and they have the least pieces.
Yeah, 100%.
Move one over.
Yeah, 100%.
Check. Moves one back. Check. Moves one over.
Yeah. Oh,
Damn.
that was my other.
There went your other ankle.
Yeah. Other ankle died.
Today's episode is brought to you by
Mildly
Tyler's
broken ankles.
shitty ankles.
Apparently. Ironically, this is only the second time ever I've sprained an ankle.
Is it the same one?
I don't think so, actually. I think it was the other one.
Oh, because usually, like, once you sprain it once, it's...
To get an idea, actually, is it the same? I don't even remember. The last time I did it was like 6 years ago. So it's been like a long time.
Damn. Like, you were like 20.
Yeah.
21.
And I went to physical therapy for a while because the Navy said to. They had me go for a month, which felt like a long time, but it was actually dope because I just got to work out for a month, like, with people that knew what to do.
Yeah, I should have gotten physical therapy for mine, dude, because mine's still fucking all stiff and weird. It doesn't bend right.
Ooh, yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, and it
Oh my god.
clicks really bad. I hope that didn't pick up. That's going to disturb
Holy
somebody.
hell.
Yeah.
Is that a trigger warning? I don't know what
I
trigger
don't
warnings
know.
actually are.
Trigger warnings are supposed to come before you do the thing.
Hey, a second ago, trigger warning. No, just... Hey, Carter, edit this before that one thing. Warning, warning, warning. Trigger.
Trigger warning.
Okay, put all that before the previous thing, but don't like interrupt us. Okay, I don't want it to be like a middle of a sentence and then you just skip to that
For a
thing.
mildly disturbing joint pop.
Yeah, but put it in there. Yeah, I expect nothing less.
Yeah, and Carter's probably in this case going to be me, but
Yeah, you're Carter.
yeah, I'm your brother.
Anytime you edit, you are the persona of Carter.
Okay.
You better sell out for that. I don't know how you would do that exactly. Carter, let us know.
Be amazing if like we hired an editor and we're like, by the way, you're Carter. And she's like, my name is Laura. No, it's not. You're Carter.
You're Carter. Fine, you can be Laura Carter, but I'm calling you Carter.
Whenever you edit, you're Carter. I don't even know this Carter person. Doesn't matter.
I don't care.
You're just Carter.
That's too dang bad. Laura. Spoken Carter. Oh my gosh.
She's like, man, you guys are weird, but boy, do I gotta pay for college.
That's a sad reality for a lot of people, huh?
Yeah.
You know, I wish I could just kill myself, but I don't want the debt. It's a sad, like, reality.
Oh, student debt. Yikes.
It's wild.
Yikes.
Great transition to another happy topic.
Yeah, get an education, or you can't get a good job, but cripple yourself with debt to do it.
Yeah.
So you
even if you're, like, because a lot of it is, and I saw a video about this the other day that we showed some of the youngins, and it was, there's a ratio of, like, highly educated, master, PhD, those types, to bachelor, to, like, skilled / unskilled types.
Uh-huh.
But, like, 2-year degree, you know, welder, electrician, technician, you know, just that, like, realm. And it's 1, 2, and 7. So, like, out of 10, 1 will be master, PhD, 2 bachelor, and then 70% is, like, technician world. And it's been flooded because everybody got told to go be the 1s and 2s. And a lot has been lost in the middle. And then, obviously, the whole lending thing has gone out of control.
Interesting. I would love to know what looking at those ratios, what the breakdown of income and average salary is.
So the video that, one of the things it talked about is to quit, and by quit, well, never mind, that's a moot point. Anywho, to quit looking at averages and look at high-low ends whenever showing, like, students, to be like, hey, in this type of position, like, realistically look at your goal, would you be somebody, like, if, say, let's go manager, for those audio listeners, I'm holding up my hands, so that'll help, but a range, say, of, if managers are 100,000 to 70,000, but a technician is 85 to 40, as a manager, maybe you're not good at it, so you only ever get to 75, but as a technician, you could have been one of those 95 to, like, further evaluate yourself prior. Like, hey, are you somebody who's always been good with their hands and, like, very skilled at things?
Mm-hmm.
Go get a 2-year degree and be good at it.
And this is just me being curious, isn't it still more reasonable, though, to look at those bands and see what the average within them is? Because most likely you're average. Most people are average. So isn't it more realistic to look at whatever the average is?
I mean,
and then assume that that's what you'll ultimately be at?
I mean, I think yes and no, because, again, if you're horrible at the one thing, you're not going to be. I think it's just the ability to evaluate is really bad.
I don't think people are good at self-assessing.
Well, that's why if there is a way to to do something like that.
Yeah.
I know Germany does that. They have the whole
aptitude tests and stuff.
Yeah, the aptitude and placements and yada yada yada. I don't know how well it works. Maybe it does.
No idea. Can't be worse than what we do.
No, probably not.
Because we don't really do anything. We just go, go get a bunch of debt.
Yeah.
Or we do the complete opposite and we say, don't ever go get debt. Go be a tradesman.
Yeah.
Those are the two extremes. There's no middle ground.
Yeah, because I see those like arguments on Facebook all the time where it's like the random like, oh, these guys make more than whatever or something, and it's like, yeah, that's fair. But it needs to be like, I would not have ever made a ton of money as a flipping tradesman. I don't have those skills. I just don't. Like,
no.
Like,
my brother
if it was woodworking, I'm not going to be flipping good at it.
My brother's a mechanic and makes really good money, but he was always good at being a mechanic.
Yeah.
I would be terrible because I'm like, alternator? I don't even know her.
Nice. I figured you were trying to find a nader in there.
Yeah. Hashtag I stole that joke from Kurtis Conner.
Nice.
Come on our podcast, Kurtis Conner.
Sponsor us.
Today's sponsor
is the Instagram account of Kurtis Conner.
Today's sponsor is the Very Really Good Podcast.
It's a very, really good podcast.
By Kurtis Conner.
Oh, man. I haven't listened to that podcast at all.
It's it's literally just him talking to himself. Sometimes he has guests, but usually it's just him rambling about stuff.
I mean, isn't that his YouTube channel?
Yeah, but it's not edited. So it's just 45 minutes to an hour of him talking, going on tangents, and it's really good. I really like it, but it's not. It's everything you would expect from him, doing an hour-long thing where he just talks to himself.
I could see that.
Yeah,
that's wild. I don't think even with this, I'm like, cause obviously we don't. I mean, we edit, but not like editing out things and jump cuts and stuff.
Yeah, it's just,
I don't think I could do that like a solo act. You just come on, and you're like, "Hello, me," and you just flip and talk to yourself for forever.
I mean, he's talking to the audience, right?
Well, yeah, but still.
Yeah.
It'd be weird.
I don't know. When I was growing up and I was really lonely, I used to talk to myself all the time. So maybe I'd be good at it.
Man, I just don't know how, like, I know my own thoughts just go like, just flipping everywhere.
I guess his podcast.
I guess that's fair. Yeah.
I mean, he has topics. Sometimes he his editor comes on. Sometimes he has guests. Like he had Hank Green on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Hank's good. The Greens are good.
I think he's had like Jarvis Johnson. I wanted to say he had Eddie Burback on, but I might be thinking of something else.
They probably had him on.
Maybe they had him on.
That sounds like them. They always have guests, right?
Yeah, not always, but...
Well, I guess there's two of them now, so...
Yeah. Sometimes it's just good old Gus and Eddy. I love it because...
What's the name of that one?
I was literally about to say I love it because I think it's actually Eddie's podcast. But they put Gus first because it'll market better.
And it sounds weird to say Eddie and Gus.
It does.
Instead of Gus and Eddy.
Yeah.
Because the Y really, like, closes out.
Yeah.
That combo.
There could be Gussie Ed. Ed and Gussie. Oh. Ed and Gussie.
Ed and Gussie.
Sounds like some fucking backwoods podcast.
Yeah, it does. It sounds...
Today's podcast is brought to you by My Still in the Backyard. Okay.
It's brought to you by Levi Garrett Chewing Tobacco.
Today's podcast is brought to you by meth.
Not none of that Kentucky nonsense. Homegrown Bama.
Homegrown Bama. I mean, we blew up 2 labs to bring you this meth.
Oh, here's a good question for you. How many, or better,
meth labs have I blown up? None.
No, close. Over under 1.5 number of meth labs that blew up within a 20-mile radius of your house.
My house?
Growing up.
They didn't blow up, but there were a couple fires. I say over.
I know I'm a solid 1, and I'm pretty sure 2. I say pretty sure because the one straight up blew up. Like, the house was gone. The other one just burnt down.
Yeah, I'm thinking if you count burning down, I can think of at least 2 fires that were meth labs growing up.
Nice. Could you tell because when you drove by it smelled like cat pee?
No, just because of the news.
Nice.
Like the arson reports are like, oh yeah, it was a meth house.
Nice. I don't even know how we looked those up. I just unlocked a freaking core memory.
Oh God, we've been doing
man.
We've been doing this all afternoon. We're gonna have to go to therapy.
Yeah,
we've
probably
been uncovering our traumatic childhoods.
What if we just had a podcast instead?
I don't need therapy. I have a podcast. Have you ever felt like killing someone?
Well, why don't you just drown kittens instead?
Oh God, that's a thing people did where I grew up.
Yep, same.
Anyway, core memory. Hopefully it's not that dark. Okay, it's that dark. What did you do?
No, so you reminded me, you said the news. We had a newspaper, I guess you would call it a newspaper, and it was called the Jailbirds.
What?
And it had the mugshots of everyone that went through the like police station for like the month.
That seems problematic.
And probably illegal because it's all alleged. Because even though you're arrested, you're not guilty.
No.
It wasn't post. It was like, oh,
everybody who got booked in the month.
Everyone had been booked and all of their things. And you go through and you're like, wow, what did that lady do? Oh, possession of meth? Yeah, that makes sense. Flip to next page. Oh, what'd this guy do? Oh, domestic abuse? Yeah, he looks like he'd beat his wife. Oh,
Mrs. James. I guess we're having a substitute teacher tonight.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. Tonight. What the fuck?
Yeah. It was straight up. Dude, I need to flip and order one of those to show you. Because it was straight up like a newspaper. Like, you went to the gas station and there was
That's
like
absolutely
your local newspaper, the Oklahoman Jailbirds. And it was like specific to the counties around you. It was like, hey, what's Garvin County doing? So-and-so called in a bomb threat. What a flipping riot. Like, it was wild. And it was like 50 cents or something.
Jesus, that's so weird. That's
also,
insane.
It wasn't like a page. It was like straight up like probably a 10-page little newspaper.
Every month?
Yeah, it was like a yearbook, dude. It literally was like, it looked like a yearbook. Except it was like organized by county and then like alphabetical for the charges. So it'd be like, what's a crime that starts with A?
Arson.
Yeah, it would straight up be like arson, armed robbery. And you're just like,
aggravated assault.
Aggravated. And you're just like, doo-doo-doo. Whoa, look at this one. Meth explosion. You're like, whoa, how is this? I remember even at the time we were like, how is this flipping legal? There's no way.
Name a crime that starts with B.
Battery?
Battery? Okay. C.
Crime. This is it's a good challenge. I think we could until the end. C. Counterfeit.
No, nice. All right, D.
Domestic abuse.
Domestic abuse.
E.
Elevator music.
E. I'm gonna see if this is online. I knew it was a website too. I want to find
what is something that starts with E, dude?
Oh my god, Jailbirds photos, Oklahoma.
What the hell?
It's like the fifth.
This is insanity, dude. Holy shit! It looks like
Yeah, these are the towns I grew up in.
What the hell are those magazines at the checkout called that are like
the tabloids?
Yeah, it looks like a tabloid.
Yeah, look, this is how they were. Oh, what?
Oh my god.
Yeah, look, what the hell did so and so do?
You know what would be amazing is if you pulled that up and you're like, oh, I know that person.
I mean, the joke about calling it a bomb threat was real. Somebody I went to high school called it a bomb threat, so he was probably in this. So. Yeah, look at this. So and so I won't. I don't even remember. Woman. Actually, I'm going to say Bambi. This person's name is Bambi.
All right.
37 was put behind bars at a county jail where she formerly worked for allegations of embezzlement. See page 7 to find out more.
Embezzlement. E.
Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah. Flippin' nailed it.
And F.
Oh my god, I thought I flippin' knew that person.
F is obviously fraud.
Obviously. Yeah. Isn't this flippin' wild? Oh, it was $1.50. Sorry, it wasn't 50 cents.
What is a crime that starts with G?
Is okay Jailbirds not working having issues for you?
What the fuck?
Isn't this wild?
That is so insane. So I guess I don't know if we've adequately described this for the viewers, but Tyler just pulled up the newspaper he was talking about, and it literally looks like a tabloid.
Slash yearbook, I would say.
Slash yearbook, but it's everybody's mugshots. It's the wildest thing I've ever seen.
Also, there's like people, like there's one that she's smiling, and it's like assault and battery.
Also, like you said, though, these people aren't guilty.
They're not guilty. They're just, it's allegations. And they're in a, like, straight up, like, magazine, basically. Like,
that's wild to me. Can you imagine if you were wrongfully accused, and then your face got out, and all your neighbors and friends and all the judgy people at your church knew that you were
2021. It's still
going. You should Google. Just Google for me. How is whatever the name of this thing legal?
It's called Jailbirds.
How is Jailbirds, Oklahoma legal?
Oh, sorry, one word. Lawsuit against Oklahoma Jail. No, that's not even. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's not even from Jailbird to legal eagle.
Are mugshots put out publicly?
I don't think so. I don't know where they got them.
When they book people, do those things go?
I mean, maybe they do.
Maybe it is public info.
They have a website.
Jesus Christ.
Going for a ride.
That guy
Woo-hoo!
looks like hard as fuck. I wouldn't mess with that guy.
Does.
Holy shit.
Murder charge filed in 2020. Death of whatever. Murder charge has been filed against this guy.
That's also another guy I wouldn't fuck with. Look at him.
Imagine being the editor. You're like, flipping idiot. God, I hope that guy doesn't kill me.
Yeah, like your neighbor gets accused of murder, and you have to put him in the paper.
I'm not gonna lie. I want to search and see if that one dude is in here. If that's a feature, that's flipping messed up. Let's find out.
Oh my god.
I think it might be.
Oh my god, that's fucked, dude. I think you just searched the issue that has him in it.
I wonder if he's on the front page. It's from 2021. Oh no, this was in 2015.
Oh, okay.
Also, look at that mullet.
Damn, bruh.
I love the different faces of mugshots.
I mean, nobody looks good in a mugshot.
Also, it's sponsored by Medical Cannabis Dispensary.
This is the most fucking Oklahoma thing I think I've ever heard of.
Out the door price and taxes included. Isn't this wild? I can't, man. I'm so glad I fucking remembered this.
My mind is blown. Holy
Isn't it?
shit.
Let's see if I can find my county.
Can you just search the county?
Probably. So I realize I think I spelled this name wrong.
Idiot. I don't think this is at all good listening for the audience, but
no, not at all.
I'm fucking fascinated by this.
Yeah, this. Whenever we get we have a website. We should totally link this.
Yeah, we could set up a website. I gotta get better about posting stuff on our.
Well, now that you're graduated,
RSS.
you need to get on.
Yeah, the problem is I've written 50,000 words in the time that we have been absent from podcasting. So.
Oh, nice crime news. Handcuffed suspect lands in muddy water after high-speed chase on stolen ATV.
That is
The untold story of the man behind the bush light meme. God. Oh my gosh.
Look at that guy. Cletus, is that you? Cletus!
Oh my god, dude.
Cletus, you're famous. You made Jailbirds.
Dude, this... I still can't believe...
Man, they made a meme out of you, Cletus.
I didn't even realize. So this is why I thought. So look, it is counties, and then just Southwest Oklahoma, and then different counties, and like cities and stuff. Whoa.
Oh my god, her eyebrows are... It looks like she...
Oh my gosh.
Looks like she foreheaded herself on a fireplace.
Oh, that's rough. Also, ooh, yeah, that's about what you'd expect from a child predators busted.
Is that all 3 of them?
All 6 of them.
Ugh. Oh, the...
God, okay, this is enough of Jailbirds.
Alright, so not to... Okay, hang on. The middle, top, and the bottom left guy. If I had to be like, that person's a child predator.
Yeah, if you were like on the street and you were like, "Good, stay away from that guy."
Name a child predator, I'd be like, that's not an old man. If you're like, name a young child predator, those are the 2 guys that I would point out.
You were like, "Hey, we're making a dictionary about stuff. We need a picture for a child predator," and you were like,
but they have to be 20s.
Yeah, and you're
not
like,
the old version, because there's
that guy.
There's the old one that we all know.
Yeah, Herbert the pervert from Family Guy.
Yeah, like we all know that.
And then this is the tries to date a 14-year-old.
Yeah,
in high school one.
Or got his 12-year-old sister pregnant or something.
Jeez, I went dark. You went darker.
I have a bad habit of being able to do that.
Well,
I don't think.
I mean, you were just inspired a bunch by that literal one of like that lady. Yeah.
Let's not call it the inspired. Inspired isn't the right word.
How about infected?
There's a joke I can't make. Not on this thing.
Yeah. It's probably smart. Anywho, yeah.
So
I'm really glad I unlocked that flippin' Jailbird core memory.
I'm glad we don't have a real sponsor.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, that's a wild dude. I've never...
Isn't it? Also, I love that I typed into Google and it's like the 6th result and it's the only state with it.
It's because no other state than Oklahoma could get away with that.
Yeah, that's fair. It is the wild, wild west.
I mean, logistically, a state like California could not.
Well, no, because they have privacy laws.
Well, they have privacy laws, and also because there's so many people here, it would be a phone.
Oh, yeah, it would be like... It would just turn into, like, such weird, violent crimes that people wouldn't be about it.
That's, like, the most... I'm going to get political.
Okay.
Trigger warning for little wham babies. I'm about to get political. That is the most conservative thing I have ever seen. Because a lot of conservatives that I grew up with would be like, yeah, I think if you commit a crime, you should be forced to tell everybody. So they know you're a piece of shit because real good Christian people don't commit no crimes. So anyway, I've been stealing gasoline from my neighbor for like the last 25 years.
He doesn't know, though.
But he doesn't know, and I haven't been caught. And I pray about it.
My favorite, I've heard this line a lot where people will be like that, where they're like, example one to be the one I've literally heard a lot. If you're I'm glad that sex offenders have to go tell all their neighbors type of ones. And then we'll immediately be like, not necessarily sex crimes, but like something else. They'll be like, yeah, well, anyway, if you don't get caught, who cares? And you're like, I mean, I guess those are apples and oranges, so I can't disagree, but what?
But I feel like the posting people's mugshots is the same thing as the parents who publicly shame their kids on Facebook. They're like, they didn't pick up their room, so I made them make a video about how shitty of a child they are and made them cry for Facebook.
Oof.
You know,
I'm really glad I didn't grow up in that. Well, we did grow up in that era, but I wasn't.
I feel like I don't see it, and maybe it's because I'm not friends with people who have kids anymore, but I feel like I don't see that anymore. I feel like that was a phase. Like we were learning how to use social media, and parents were like, wow, I can publicly humiliate my child with this device. And then those children are now having kids, and they're like, that was an incredibly shitty thing my parents did to me.
Yeah, so they're like, I'll just take pictures of my kids making a mess and go, silly kids.
And go, aw, kids, am I right?
And then behind the scenes, beat them and stuff. But not publicly shame them, at least.
Yeah. That was a weird... Dude, the internet was really weird for a while.
For a while?
I mean, it still is, but I feel like we had, like...
We did have a weird...
We got into the beginning of social media, and I feel like there's been a lot of growing pains.
Do you remember when Rage comics were all the jazz? Whenever our only, like... Here, I'll pull up an example. This has been a great visual.
I know. I wish we had video, but...
I know. I wish we did.
That's fine. We can do whatever we want. It's our podcast.
It's true.
If you guys don't like it, don't fucking listen. And if you listen that long, you're probably in it for the long haul.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You're probably in...
You already know what we are.
Rage comics.
Oh my god.
Remember when this was all the shit for a while?
I still see
the
those
LOL face and the Rage face. Obviously where the term Rage comics comes from. The Forever Alone face. The Magusta face.
Yep, I do.
The whatever the hell this one is. The okay one. The one that's based off of... there was a couple celebrities. One of them was Keanu Reeves. This guy, whoever the hell that guy is.
This is getting even better because now we're not even describing stuff for the listener.
I mean, to be fair, the guy with the goatee,
the guy with the black hair, goatee, and a suit.
That's the Magusta face. The girl that just has like the same face but this crappy hair put over the top of whatever Rage comic face. The troll face.
I remember.
The troll face
still floats
around.
Yeah.
People will use them now, like, I will say loosely, like sarcastically, but not really at the same time.
I actually think memes are one of the most fascinating, like, glimpses into evolving human psychology.
Like, remember early memes like this?
Yeah. Memes
for the audience, it is picture of a thumbnail. What looks like the beginning of a hangnail. Then the person pulls it and it bleeds, and then it's the face. And that was it. That was the joke.
Yeah. Memes have come a long way. I wish we'd completely get rid of top and bottom text memes, though.
Why? They're so good.
I hate them.
There's a lot of... The meme format world is so wild.
The other one that I absolutely hate, and you see it in the YouTube comments a lot, are the one that's like, so-and-so, : everybody else, : or everybody else, : me, literally, something.
Yeah.
And I hate those so much.
What about this one? Shoot, I just forgot the flipping thing. I'm good at this.
I like how you're clicking.
Anywho, where it'll be like, no one. Absolutely no one in the world.
The same one that I'm talking about, yeah. Me. Or this guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I kind of like that one a little bit, where it's like...
I don't mind that one as much because it has moments.
Yeah. I also kind of sometimes enjoy the one where it's like, excuse me, sir, would you like fries and a hamburger or French toast and soup? And then the answer is just yes.
Yes.
Yeah, like that one kind of makes me tee-hee a little bit.
Those ones are the classic in their purest form. They're such garbage.
Oh, they're trash, but it's how people use them.
But there's certain moments where you're actually like, oh, I see. See, a funny person made it funny, but it's not because of the format. It's because they are funny. They just happen to make it work.
Formats are fascinating, though. And like how they change over time, and then some formats just aren't funny anymore.
If you want to make yourself feel
old, I already do.
No.
Dumb, I already do.
Maybe
dated, already do.
The last two, yes.
Dumb and dated.
Nailed it. Get it?
Already there.
I said yes, like your format.
Like the format. I'll give that a pity clap. Also, that didn't sound like a clap at all.
Can you hear my pity clap? Anywho,
let me slap my balls on the mic.
That was very loud, actually. Dang it, now I don't remember what I was saying.
Look at the fucking little needle spikes, too.
It's good. Dang it, now I don't remember what I was saying.
Dated and old, yes.
Oh, so go through your phone, and I don't know if you do this. Do you ever save memes to your phone?
Every once in a while. Usually it's to send to you and Kevin.
That's how I use it. I save ones that I want to send to somebody because you don't want to share via iFunny or Facebook because then they have to open that app and it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Go, and for me, I have the unique experience.
Let me dig up my phone while you talk and see what I have saved.
I have iFunny, right? Which has a
conservative cesspool.
Yeah, we should just have an episode about iFunny.
Yeah.
And then they can like kill us or whatever. It's fine. But there is like a part of iFunny that's like a meme creator. So it has like a tool to make things. Like you can put the text, you can do top text, bottom text. I know you love that one. And it's just like a bad Photoshop, if you will. It doesn't actually have Photoshop properties, but you can like add text, move pictures, make grids, make meme formats. Like they have templates for a lot of like the different meme formats.
Okay.
Excuse me. But having my account, I have the ones that I've either reposted or worse created, and you go back and you're just like, oh my god, what was I thinking in 2009? How was this funny?
How old were you in 2009? See, we graduated 2012, right?
So
2009, you're 15. Yeah. Oof.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually have first meme I found in my camera roll. It's pretty funny. Let me show it to you. I think it's funny, especially because I sent it to Matt.
Okay. I will read it out loud. It is, what's that guy's name?
Skeletor?
Skeletor? Yeah, it's Skeletor. And remember, quit buying nudes when you can go look in the mirror and see... Oh my god.
When you can go look in a mirror and see a pussy for free. And then Skeletor running away, and it goes, until we meet again.
Oh my god.
And I sent it to one of my buddies.
Let's see what my last meme. I think I literally have one that I meant to...
Maybe I have a shitty sense of humor, but it's so funny to me.
Oh, I had one I meant to send to you. Whew. When you 100% a game and you have to invent new quests for yourself. This is every cheese wheel in the game. That is exactly what we do.
That is literally us playing Far Cry.
Yeah. Because we literally have every achievement except, what, 1? 2?
You do. I only have like 86% of the game achievements.
Yeah.
But
yeah, but you had the one I don't.
Yeah.
Go kick in the nuts.
The only one you can't get.
Yeah, that was so dumb. Anywho.
Oh, there's
meme culture.
You might like this one too. This is the next one I have.
It is an apparent... shall I be the ant?
Sure. Alright, I'll be God. So it's a picture of God. And he says, let there be ants.
Awesome, thanks God. That's how ants sound.
Let there be anteaters.
Dude, what?
What the fuck?
Dude. Guy? What are you doing?
Also, I don't think this one might offend you. I don't know. Well, you don't really get offended.
Not really.
It's everybody's religious picture.
Oh man, that's funny. No, that's good.
It's those like really, really, they're kind of cringy like pictures of Jesus.
Yeah, they're just like old school.
But then it's got pictures of dog butts that look almost identical.
Yeah, because it's always the same motion.
The same pose.
I got one that you're going to hate. No, I mean, I guess this isn't the exact format that you hate. 12-year-old me. Why would anyone commit suicide? Oh, sorry, trigger warning. Why would anyone commit suicide?
Classically after the thing.
Yep. 21-year-old me in the military. I'm not going to do it, but I totally get it.
Here's the deal, though. I feel like maybe this is going to be too dark. I feel like that's like adult. Period. I feel like that's everybody's trajectory.
I mean, yeah, probably at some point. Also, I was going to send this to Kevin. Me playing online past 12 a.m. for my friends that are 4 hours behind me.
That to Kevin.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you put it in the group text.
Okay, good.
Also, I was really sad that he never. I thought it was for him, so I didn't really respond, but he didn't acknowledge it.
I know. What a flippin' nerd.
Because that's literally what he does.
Yeah, because he's 3 hours ahead.
Yeah.
Even worse, our buddy Miles, who is 8 hours ahead, 6, 7 hours ahead.
You would think because I live with a British guy, I'd know, but I don't.
Yeah, I think it's 7.
Yeah.
It's nuts. He's like, "Oh, how you guys doing? It's flipping 10 p.m. here," and we're like, "Oh yeah." Or really, what happens is, "Oh man, it's almost time for dinner," and he's like, "Shut up! It's flipping 3 in the morning." Oh yeah. Oh, I guess it is a little late, huh?
It's
like, yeah, it's 7 a.m.
So my roommate's girlfriend is Italian.
Italian?
Yeah, and so he has to get up at like 6 in the morning to call her. Ooh. And then like when he's going back to bed, or he's going to bed in the evening, he calls her again.
Because she's
like those are like the times that they can talk to each other.
Oh, that's rough. Speaking of Kevin, when he lived in Japan, it's become a how time zones work podcast.
Well, we'll talk about seasons next.
Yeah, we'll talk about seasons next.
Did you know it's winter in Australia right now?
It still blows my mind. We'll get to that later. Anywho, Japan is 15 hours ahead, I want to say.
I don't know.
It's a lot. But just like, think of a time of the day to call somebody who's 15 hours ahead.
Oh, there's no convenient time for that.
No, like, at all.
Yeah, that's like the worst. Somebody is either up too early or up too late.
So actually right now is a decent time. So it's, for us, it's local 5:30. In Tokyo, it is 9:30 a.m.
Oh yeah, that's reasonable.
Yeah, so for the next bit, the evening, the problem is, if you go to work, you're at work.
Yeah, there's no convenient.
Yeah, like I remember one time, Kevin called me out of the blue. It was like, I don't know, 2-3 years ago. And I was like, "Oh, what's up?" And then I went, "What time is it for you?" And he's like, "Oh, it's like 5 in the morning." I was like, "Oh, yeah." I can't even, my brain, like, that time difference is such a wild one to deal with. Because you have to think of it as 8 hours behind you to make it, like, make sense. But it's the next day. So they're 8 hours behind you, essentially. But it's the next day. And you're like, oh, it's Monday for you?
Time zones are stupid. They should just make everywhere the same time. Problem solved.
Problem solved, except for how the daytime, well, really because of the, like, let's just go stock market, if you will. Trading is 9 to 5 New York time. Suck it, China and Japan, and
everything's going to be the same time. It won't be a problem. We've got our time zones.
Oh, you're saying everybody's.
What are you, stupid?
So the sun coming up and down, we'll just make that the same too.
Morning is morning. Duh.
We'll get 2 suns.
No, I don't understand why you're having a hard time getting this. We just make everything the same time.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, never mind. I get it.
If we make it 10 o'clock everywhere in the world at the same time, then it's 10 o'clock everywhere in the world at the same time.
Boom. It doesn't matter if it's middle of the night for you.
No, it won't be. It'll be 10 o'clock.
Oh, good point. But will it still be winter in Australia?
Well, yeah, don't be dumb.
Oh, okay.
You can't change the axis of the planet.
I like in that universe, you can change literally how time works and where the sun is.
The sun is somehow everywhere at the same time.
Everywhere at the same time. It is both equal distance from like the horizons for everyone. But you can't change the tilt of the earth.
How many time zones are there? 24?
I mean, weirdly, I don't think
I know that sounds like a stupid question, but I don't, because I feel like there's actually, it's not.
So I know there's some.
It's like a random ass number, right?
So one of the issues with it is because of people like Arizona that have their own little goofy one.
I know that sounds like a super asinine question, but I don't think it actually is, or maybe I'm.
So so the world is divided into 24.
But there's like some weird like fuckery, right?
Well, like how
there's some like, I'm gonna call them administrative time zones. Where some people are like literally like, we've decided we're in this time zone right here.
Well, yeah, that's how Arizona works.
Yeah.
They don't have daylight savings. So during daylight savings, they're in Pacific, and in other ones, they're in Mountain.
But anyway,
but they call it Arizona Pacific or whatever.
What I was getting at is,
yes,
at minimum,
24.
at minimum, we need 24 suns. But we're probably going to need more or less depending on how people live.
I mean, there's no like climate backdrops for putting that much heat.
No.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, the Earth doesn't need a chance to cool down or anything.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, we'll just put them farther away.
Like stars. We just need 24 stars.
Never mind, we'll be good. We have we have more than 24 stars.
We're fine.
Also, the gravitational forces wouldn't like rip us apart with that many suns.
No,
It'll be fine.
gravity's not real anyway.
Seasons will remain the same though.
Yeah, we won't be put in a perpetual
Yeah.
hot. It doesn't matter. Although, in that world, hear me out. How does the sun set? Does it just like go away? Does it just back up to like...
Shutters.
But it's supposed to look like sunsets, because that would
Yeah.
suck. Oh, it just literally closes like slowly.
Yeah.
It's like rolls up.
It closes slowly from the bottom up, so it looks like it's setting.
That's good.
And by that time, we've moved one of all 24 suns down to the horizon.
Oh, that's why the Earth's flat.
Yeah. No, the Earth isn't flat. What are you, stupid? You can literally do the math. A guy in ancient Greek did the math and figured out almost exactly the circumference of the Earth.
So, speaking of flat Earth, because now I just thought of it. How do they explain how the sun moves? Because by their logic, it should be 10 o'clock everywhere.
Okay, so this is a rabbit hole that I went down because there's a really good channel called Simon Dan, and he just debunks flat Earth videos. It's really good.
It's
But
fantastic.
the thing is they don't have a good model. So they all disagree. All the flat earthers disagree. So some of them think the sun is like only a couple thousand miles up. Some of them think it's closer. That it's a little tiny ball that tracks in like almost like a figure eight pattern over the Earth to make it look like when if you look at the sun and the horizon over the seasons,
yeah,
it moves throughout the sky
Yeah.
because of how the Earth rotates in relation to spinning around the Earth. It
That
makes
doesn't
total
happen.
sense. But
no, that doesn't work.
so they think it's like a figure eight, and then the moon is like a smaller thing.
That just counters it.
Counters
obviously.
it. Yeah. No, that's wild, the things they come up with to explain it. Because the other thing is some of them believe that there is a firmament, which is like a crystal dome over the Earth, and then others don't believe that exists. And so some people think the sun is in the firmament. Some people think it's outside the firmament. Some of them believe in space. Some of them don't believe in space, because most of them think you can't have any gas pressure next to a vacuum. All the atmosphere would just disappear in space because vacuums suck. Except vacuums don't actually suck. It's air pressure that pushes material into a vacuum. So if you don't have air pressure in space, then it doesn't pull anything. And Earth's gravity. Anyway, it's pressure gradient. Earth's gravity keeps our atmosphere on.
Man.
But it's amazing. It's wild. I've went down like probably a 4-month rabbit hole watching flat Earth videos and people debunking them. It was amazing.
That's wild.
And I actually learned a ton of stuff that I didn't know. But
that's flipping crazy.
yeah, some people think that there's an ice wall and that there's actually
I've heard that. I've
there's
heard
actually
the ice
land
wall.
beyond the ice wall. Some people that think the Antarctic Treaty, which was just like a group of countries getting together saying we're not going to like claim Antarctica for anything.
Yeah, it's
They
just,
think the
it's
Antarctic
basically
Treaty-
yeah.
They say that the Antarctic Treaty is to keep people away from the edge so that we won't know that the Earth is flat, because now it's usually they blame NASA.
Well, obviously.
They believe that the International Space Station is actually underwater and the zero-G effects are created with wires. Don't ask me how they do it with water and CG in real time. Don't know.
Man.
It's amazing. It's so good. If you ever want to go down that rabbit hole, it's incredible. It's sad because
Man.
there's some really very tragically misled people.
That is flipping wild.
Yeah. Some of them.
I don't even get the ice wall thing because isn't by their model the world is like the map where we're on the west and they
depends. So they have different
Oh.
maps too.
oh
So like some of them look at like the flat map and they're like, oh yeah, and like Antarctica would be like in the center, so there's like ice there, and then the South Pole would be all around the border of the map, and that's the ice wall. So I think if you sail any direction, right, eventually you're gonna hit the South Pole, but that's actually the ice wall because you're going on a flat plane.
oh
And then like they try to use like the way airplanes fly and stop over at major destinations to prove that the Earth can't be hemispherical or a globe.
one of them ball thingies.
Yeah, it's wild, dude. It's insane. Some of them don't believe Australia exists.
Well, yeah, I mean, how could it? There's no way a whole continent talks like that on purpose.
Exactly. That's basically their logic.
Really? Oh my gosh.
Most of them don't believe we ever did the moon landings.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard those.
I listened to an interview.
The shadows are wrong.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Shadows are long. I listened to regolith wouldn't actually reflect like that. Moon dust is what it's called. I think it's called regolith. Anyway,
Man,
it's got
you
really
just made up some
reflective. It's
stuff.
got really reflective properties, and that's why like you can have an astronaut in the shadow who still is pretty bright because of the white of their suit and stuff. There's a whole great MythBusters episode on it.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah,
That's
but
great.
some of them don't believe that. Like I said, the moon landing. Some of them do believe in space, but still think the moon landing is fake. It's really weird. I listened to an interview of an ex-flat earther who got out of flat Earth, and he said it's to him it was like basically a cult, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And he said it started out with believing 9/11 was fake. He's like, once I got convinced that 9/11 was fake, then I had to believe in this big like conspiracy, and there had to be some controlling group that was trying to like rule the world. And he said once you believe that, then it's pretty easy to be like, all right, well, if there's this controlling group, then they
What
want
else
the
haven't
money,
they
and
told
moon
us?
landings are fake, and then that means the ISS is fake, and then well maybe space is fake because the physics there. If you don't have a decent education, that sounds pretty weird. Like how can gas pressure exist next to the vacuum of space?
Oh yeah.
And so you go, okay, well maybe space is fake, and then you find flat Earth, and you go, oh, that's what they're hiding.
I mean,
Why
yeah.
NASA would care if the Earth is flat, I don't know.
Well, because
but it also a lot of times
9/11.
gets tied back to like fundamental, like super deep-rooted literal translations of biblical texts or religious texts.
yeah, I mean that's yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty wild stuff though.
That's crazy.
I
don't even mean that in the like that thing is crazy. Just the process.
yeah, it's wild the stuff that people believe though. And how
So we're
you
gonna
get
go
there.
be flat earthers now, or
What do you
I
mean
mean, we've
go
talked
be?
oh, good point.
This was
we
like
are.
this was like my introduction to you. I was just feeling you out to see what you thought.
Uh,
I was trying to make it sound kind of dumb just in case you would like laugh at it, but like
Then you could back out.
then I could back out and be like, ha, 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 yeah, it's stupid.
Isn't that stupid, right? There's a conference next week, though. It's pretty convincing. There's a YouTube video about it. You should totally watch it. It's called QAnon. I don't know if you've ever heard it.
I think it's a conference. We're going to celebrate the re-election of President Trump.
That's Grandmaster to you.
Grandmaster President. Oof. I don't know if I want to be part of an organization with Grandmaster.
The Jedi have Grandmaster. Wait a
Well,
minute.
most martial arts do too, but or a lot of martial arts.
Oh.
But I feel like the KKK also has Grandmasters,
I thought they were Grand Dragons.
Grand Wizards.
Grand Wizards?
I don't know.
I don't know. Grand something.
Grand.
100 grand bars are how the KKK fund themselves.
Don't sue us, Nabisco,
Nestle?
Nestle.
Oh, we should have messed with Nestle, dude. They own like all the candy in the world.
Yeah, Nestle is like the Disney of
They are the Disney of
the
candy.
candy world.
Yeah, they really are, though. You don't think it is because you're like, no, there's just a Nestle bar, and it's like,
Oh, they own Snickers.
no, they own literally all of
everything.
them. Milky
They own
Way,
everything.
Snicker. I don't actually know if they own all these, but I'm pretty sure they do.
I mean,
if not, they own the company that owns them, probably.
Yeah, I would put solid bets on it.
It's what, like Coca-Cola, Nestle,
yeah,
Tyson, or whatever the bigger chicken one is.
Tyson.
Yeah. But man, they have good nuggets.
Yeah.
That's how they get you, you know? You get those Anytizers.
Is all fast food owned by the same people?
I know not all, because there's smaller ones like the In-N-Outs and Chick-fil-A's that are very like their own little family.
But I mean, like Burger King, Wendy's, McDonald's, are they secretly all the same? Corporate owners, corporate overlords?
Think so. Because McDonald's has like global reach, but maybe.
But so does KFC. I went to.
That's fair.
I think it was a KFC that I went. No, Pizza Hut in Italy. One of the two.
That's ironic.
It was in Italy.
That's
Might not have been Pizza Hut.
That would be hilarious.
I don't know. All I'm saying is a lot of those are everywhere too.
I know. We just need to have a corporation deep dive.
We should have a corporation. We might actually have to do research for that.
Oh, we definitely would.
Could we get sued? No, we can't get sued.
That's what's that thing called? Shoot, there's some law that protects against commentary.
There's like fair use.
There's fair use. There's
Well, because there's a difference
slander
between
and stuff.
Yeah, libel is a real thing, but
not if we're just literally like, why do these guys own every company? Isn't that like a monopoly?
Shut up! No, it's not.
Oh, sorry.
That's totally different. They only own everything and control the market, but it's not a monopoly. It's totally different.
No, there's two companies that do, but they agree.
But they have a deal with each other.
Yeah, they have a deal with each other. They have a conference where they divvy up the country, and then old Nick Scratch comes up.
Old Nick Scratch.
And he controls it all.
Old Nick Scratch.
Nick Scratch. And then the covens come out.
Damn.
And they do their witchcraft.
Wiccans. Damn Wiccans who actually believe in karma and think you should do no harm to others because it'll come back to you tenfold. But they're definitely evil and they're hexing the world.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I've ever actually met someone who's Wiccan. Weirdly, speaking of,
I have.
One of the roads by our old work was, you can like adopt a highway or whatever.
Uh-huh.
It was like the Wiccans of whatever city that was that we drove through.
My understanding is... Oh, sorry. Go ahead and finish.
That was it.
Oh.
Then I found $5.
Then you found $5. My understanding... I don't know a lot about it. I hope I don't misrepresent them, but their whole core... A lot of their core belief is like, be a nice person, because if you're a bad person, karma will fuck you in the ass. So they're not like out hexing people and cursing people. They try to like spread positivity and all that shit.
Hear this out though. Devil's advocate, Wiccan bad person advocate. What if they didn't?
Well, then
what if they're out here? They're hexing. They got crystals and stuff.
I mean,
is that the right group? Are they the ones that have crystals and stuff?
I think Wiccans have crystals and auras and stuff, but I don't really know.
I have no idea.
I don't want to offend anybody, but I'm not super well educated on that.
Yeah, I don't either. I grew up too much.
So you know what? Fuck you. I hope you're offended.
Yeah, considering aren't they like one of the smallest groups in terms of?
I knew one in Idaho that believed like brownies came and like cleaned his house and stuff for him, and he was like a perfectly normal-ish dude, but that sounds super like diminutive. He was a nice guy. But yeah, he believed in like brownies and little spirits and stuff like that.
Oh, I totally was like, brownies?
Like brownies are like a little fairy creature.
What the hell?
Not like.
Imagine my confusion. Yeah, brownies came and cleaned his house.
Crazy part was he had 500 boxes of brownie mix.
And he believed they cleaned his house. So I was like, what are they teaching? I mean, I'm all down for brownies. I just didn't know they also cleaned.
No, brownies cleaned my house. You're like, Melody, we gotta make brownies.
Yeah, we gotta make brownies.
We can't eat them.
Leave them on the counter. Don't cover them up, though. They'll suffocate. Leave out milk or what do they eat? What food? I don't know. Other brownies? Are they cannibals? No, they're not cannibals.
No, that'd be
they're
bad
cleaners.
karma.
Yeah, that's bad karma. And then they go to
eat dirt.
brownie.
They eat dirt. That's why they're brown. So you got to make blonde brownies, and when they're done cleaning, they'll be chocolate.
Good point.
Makes sense.
I don't think I've ever made blonde brownies.
I'm pretty sure blonde brownies is a thing, but I'm pretty sure it's just like a really dense vanilla cake, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's what brownies are. So yeah.
Like blonde brownies, are they brownies if they're not brown and chocolate? But there is such a thing as a
There's
blonde
red
brownie.
red velvet brownies.
I love red velvet cake.
Red velvet. Flipping braces make you.
It's the newest game by Valve.
Yeah, dude. Talking with braces after a while just like makes you talk real dumb. Like
Honestly, you talk better than I do without them, so I think
it's just because I have to enunciate more now.
Oh my god, there are blonde brownies. Look at this,
See?
I just Googled them. They look like... Well, they look like brownies that aren't brown.
I'm pretty sure the top of that's golden brown there, champ.
Well,
God,
yeah, oh, darn it, you got me. They look like... Alright, that's just a chocolate chip cookie. You can't tell me I'm wrong.
That is one of those... yeah, you get chocolate chip cookies and then you just lay it out in a pan. Yeah.
That's just all it is. That's just a... Yeah. Okay, if you put chocolate chips in your blonde brownies, you've made chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
Anyway, what a disappointing brownie.
And then you found $5.
And then I found $5. I was about to say that they're the white people of brownies.
Not all white people are disappointing. Is that true?
No. Yeah, that's...
Ryan Reynolds isn't disappointing most of the time. He's a white guy.
I'm still trying
That's our only example,
I'm still
really.
I'm still trying to decide if that was an appropriate joke or not.
Sure it is. We're two white guys living in Northern California.
Oh shit!
We can talk about white people all we want.
I forgot to do the podcast intro bit, where I'm like, and this is the greatest podcast started by two white guys living in Northern California.
We're also gonna start an Upstarter app. That's the other stereotypical thing.
Yeah, yeah.
We work in Silicon Valley.
We're entrepreneurs.
Ooh, that's good.
And
'cause
we're
that can
part
just
of the
mean anything.
hustle culture. If you're sleeping, we've made this joke before, but if you're sleeping more than 3 hours a night, you're sleeping 2 hours too much.
Yeah.
And if you're not,
I made sure that math added up. I was like, no, it needs to equal 0. So carry the 1.
I mean, I was giving us a 1 hour of sleep, but
oh no, cut that out. Okay.
Here.
The abduction van is coming by. Speaking of jailbirds,
I hope you can hear it on the recording. Also, that is the fucking creepiest looking van I've ever seen.
yeah. Speaking of jailbirds,
Pennywise drives that van.
yeah.
Hey, Georgie, you want some ice cream?
Hey kids, you want some ice cream? Step into this van here.
It's
that has
all
stickers on it from
in here.
the 70s that have peeled off and taken the paint with it, and
They all
it used to be a white van,
down
but
here.
now it's gray.
Hey, Georgie. Yeah, no, it's really very creepy van.
It's terrifying.
It
And the
looks
guy
like
that drives it, it's at least 1,000 years old.
He's definitely never killed any kids. What if he's like actually the sweetest old man?
Well, stop driving a creeper van around.
And he's just like, I love doing this, but I can't afford to fix my van up.
Somebody would paint it for you. That's all I'm saying. If you're the nicest guy ever, you got friends. That's all I'm saying.
His wife died and left him, and he used all of his money on her medical bills. And he was always kind of reclusive.
So
donated most of his money to charity, and this is like how he wanted to go out, was like helping the kids, bringing a little joy to the world, getting kids outside again.
He gives it out for free
even. And we're just like, look at that pedophile.
Hey, maybe I'll talk to him one day.
Don't get abducted.
Yeah, I'm not going to, though.
He's like, hey, big guy.
I'm like,
you want some ice cream?
This guy is it. Run!
Run.
I know your secret, your dirty little secret. And It too is wild.
It too was not scary. Neither was the first one, really.
Moments definitely are.
But the scene in It too with when Pennywise was the old lady and he
oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Cracked me up so much when he like transforms.
When he like scares trust.
And he does like that weird jerky movement.
Yeah.
I laughed so hard.
That movie, it's not like scary, but it just like creeps me out. Like they do have some very good visuals on to make him creepy.
I had like the dichotomy too, because I was like the idiot in the movie theater that laughs and everything, and then like Dylan and Austin were both next to me freaking out.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, and I'd be like,
you're like, oh, good one, Georgie. Like, oh, he is it.
I don't know what it says about me though. Like I don't know. Is that a healthy response to like laugh at horror movies?
I don't. I mean,
because it's so.
I don't think it's unhealthy if you have a. Because it's odd, like.
It's so, to me, it's not the like, I'm laughing because horrible things are happening to people. It's because it's so unrealistic and absurd to me that it's funny.
Yeah.
It's not like I watch that stuff and I'm like, that guy's getting tortured to death. Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
No, it's like
this dude is turning into an old lady in a weird, horrifying way, and it's absurd, and it makes me laugh.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
If that makes you a psychopath, then.
Well, I don't want to be normal.
Oh, you know what we should do? Whenever we get video, we have to do a boomer review memes we found on our Facebook.
I want to do that really bad. We could get some iFunny in there too.
Oh, the iFunny ones. You just go to Collective if you want to see some wild stuff. Heck, go to Featured. You'll see some wild stuff.
We should start collecting memes throughout the week and see if we can get enough by next week.
Do we want it without video so we're not going... So this one is one of them memes. So it's got an upward text and a bottom text, right?
Do you have a camera?
And it's a picture. Yeah.
We could just make a one-off video one.
We can. I'm trying to think of how we can. Memes on a picture won't work good because it's really hard to focus it.
Yeah, but then when we're talking about it, you edit in
the meme.
I don't have a good enough computer to edit a video that long though.
Yeah,
I have to wait till I have a better computer, or I guess you could do it.
I could maybe
because you could literally just edit in the meme when they're talking about it. When we're talking about it.
Yeah. That would work.
I just know I can only edit like a 3-minute video on this thing. Otherwise it just brrr.
I don't know. I've never tried mine. I haven't actually pushed this thing to the limits very much. Probably because it's just a medium built computer.
Get it up to 88 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm. Then it flashes back to 2014.
What a shitty time to go back to.
I'd go back to 2014. Well,
what was happening in 2014? I guess we were out of the 2008 recession by then.
Yeah, we were plenty out of that. I mean,
we were 20 years old.
Yeah, that was a great time.
What was I doing? No, I don't want. Hell no.
I
absolutely do not want to go back to that time.
I was in the Navy. I was in school though. That wouldn't be the worst time. I had a pretty decent time in 2014.
Yeah, 2014 is probably the most depressed time in my life, so I'm good.
Oh, okay. How about 2016? Summer of 2016. Greatest summer ever. By a lot of people's estimates. Mostly because since then it really went downhill.
2016.
That was the summer of Pokemon Go, if that's any reference to you.
I'm still working now. Honestly.
You want to go to the future where you're not working? Is that what you're saying?
What if probably
it's you going to the past, your past self... It's like Back to the Future movie. Your past self is doing whatever. You just get to go live in 2014 again. Your past self is wherever he was.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I can deal with that.
If that's the case, what year would you want to go back to?
When did Bitcoin happen?
Well, a long time ago. If that's the case, go back to like 2000 and save up money until it launches in 2000. Whatever.
I want to come back before. It doesn't even matter. All you need is like a couple grand in it, and you'll be a millionaire now.
Oh yeah.
So
let's find out, shall we?
Because that's the most. Because I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back to like the start of Apple when I would be really out of place and not know how to live because everybody is fucking different.
Oh yeah. It's like, hey, you got my phone number, right?
But like
can't remember phone numbers. Just put it in my
address.
smartphone.
How do I get there? You want me to use a Atlas?
Only 2009.
I could survive in 2009 just fine.
Yeah, Apple. Yeah, iPhone.
I'd have an iPad Touch and an iPhone 1 or whatever. We'll
really figure this out.
Is that the iPhone? I can't read that text.
Yeah. Yeah, iPhone have been out for 2 years. You're good.
All right, no, I'm coming back in 2007 with enough money. Do I get to take all my money I have right now? Like, can I cash out everything I have and go back?
100%.
All right, I'm going back with all the money I have now. I'll cash out my 401k and everything.
Makes sense, yeah.
Because I don't need it now and this time.
Yeah, no, who cares?
Go back, get myself a first-gen iPhone, shitty place to live, get myself a job doing what I do now because
then we'd be the geniuses.
Yeah, I'd be very good at it already. It'd be really hard. Might be really hard to get the job though without the resume.
That's a good point.
No, because I know what I'd do. I would go back to the same little school because they were in operations, and I'll get the same credentials I got, and I'll just do that.
And then wait for Bitcoin in 2 years.
And then buy a crap ton of Bitcoin, and then come back to this time and retire.
Smart. Oh, so we get to come back. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's the point. Why wouldn't you just go back to when Bitcoin started, cash out, and then just jump back here and collect?
You know, you raise a really good point, but I like my plan better.
Oh, you want to spend 2 years in the past?
Kind of, yeah.
Being like, 3G, and then you hear people like, 4G is going to run out your brain.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, it really won't.
Because also I want to save up money and actually buy some land and a house.
Oh, and yeah, it's cheaper then.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, let's go back 2008. Everybody's...
Well, I'm talking 2007.
Oh, yeah, never mind. Yeah, you know the collapse is coming.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's good. That's a good time to go back to.
Yeah. And then...
figure all that out.
When we get the first gen iPhone, so we're going to be hella cool people.
That's a good point.
Turns out we go back in time, we end up in an armed robbery, get shot, and die.
Oh. They don't ever bring that up in time. Well, I guess Looper does, right? Isn't the whole point that he travels back to kill his people?
I don't know. What if I went back in time and I could go back in the future and the only reason I went back in time was to go kick my old self in the balls?
And he's like, what the hell is that guy?
I'm like, hey, I'm you. We go bald.
Get out of here.
Oh! Although, depending on when I went back, dude, I would kick my own ass.
Oh.
Like, if I went back when I was, like, training super hard, had abs and shit.
Oh, yeah.
I'd go try to kick myself in the balls and then get the piss beat out of me by my younger self.
You're just like, ow. Jeez.
Like, who the fuck are you, old man? I'm you. No, you're not.
There's no way. Look at
I'm
these
not
locks.
Bald. I'm not bald. And I'm not fat.
Well, I got news for you, son.
Quarantine's going to happen.
Quarantine. Sorry.
You're going to go bald at 21 and then quarantine's going to happen.
In 2021.
In 2021.
Stay away from 21s. And then you found $5.
And then I found $5. And I feel like this is probably where we should end this thing. We're at an hour and a half.
Yeah, we've really been just all over the place.
It's been good. I've enjoyed this a lot. I don't know if the audience will enjoy it, but we don't have an audience, so
they can suck it. Carter, edit that out. I don't want to hear that.
Don't you dare fucking edit that out. I will kill you.
We're blood. You better listen to me. Nailed it.
Blood is thicker than water.
Of the womb.
Of the womb.
Crap, I made the opposite point I meant to. Oh, that saying's all wrong? Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.